What is up, my tubers? We're back for some more drafting here on Arena. We're going to swap things up a little bit and do a little of this Magic 30 mixed up draft. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. Once again, the stickers are in the store. If you want to order with cardkingdom.com/Numot, just ask them for a Numot sticker or leave "That's Magic Baby" in the command thing, and they will send you one of these stickers. Anyways, Magic 30 mixed up draft. We've had this format before. They've made some changes. It's basically just a glorified chaos draft. I first thought it was going to be like a cube draft, which would have been a lot more fun, but this is kind of just like chaos draft. So in chaos draft, you just look for the good cards. You can read signals about what particular colors are open, but really you're just taking the good cards. So we're going to first pick that Swords to Plowshares. Kind of nuts, honestly. Vicious Offering, Star-Crowned Crag. But yeah, it's an okay format, I will say that. It's a nice change of pace from, what's it called, Lord of the Rings, which I think Lord of the Rings was a good format. It's just, after I've literally done 100+ drafts, you know, it's a little less interesting. I was kind of ready to call it quits after, say, the first 50. Anyways, we're looking at the best individual cards in the pack. So I'm looking at Chillbringer here, 5-mana 3/3 flyer with a little bit of a lockdown. 5/4 Exploit with Sack could be okay. Let's see. Insatiable Hemophage. No, that's not very good. Mutate is kind of bad without synergies, right? You can get synergies, of course. You're generally going to be leaning towards synergies like the most common synergies in general Magic terms, like blue-white flyers, black-red removal, that type of thing. You're not going for like Saplings and Fungus. That's going to be very, very hard to pull off. You might get a few things that work with it, but generally that type of thing is not going to work. So I'm just going to take the Chillbringer here. And take now, what do we have? Racketeers is decent. It's just a solid creature overall. 5 mana for a 3/2, not great, but it's a really strong ability if it can connect, and moreover, it has Afterlife 2 for some extra flyers when it dies. Wandering Mind, blue-red spells, that is a thing that you can probably try to draft in any limited format, right? So Wandering Mind would not be a terrible pickup there. Final Payment, just a solid black-white removal spell. Get to the point, same thing, just a solid removal spell, as I was mentioning earlier, black-red removal. I don't mind taking the Wandering Mind here, though. I mean, who am I kidding? I am the blue-red drafter at all times, right? Into the next pack, we have a Guidebot's okay. So this does want 1/1 counters, yes, but it does give a 1/1 counter itself. And so at its base, it's going to be a 4-mana 2/1 that adds a counter to something, even itself, and then you can pay 3 to just draw a card. So not a bad one. We have like a Virus Beetle here. Just a fine card. Same thing with Skeleton Archer, 4-mana 3/3 ping for 1. Lands are pretty safe if I wanted to. In fact, taking Windscarred Crag here with this start would not be awful. Let's go ahead and do that. Maybe we can do some like Jeskai spells or something. Best card in this pack. What does this one do? Deals combat damage to a player, return an artifact or enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. 4-mana 2/5 Vigilance. That's not a bad creature. 4-mana 2/5 Vigilance is a decent stat line in a chaos draft type format. We have a Scorch Mark here, which is okay, right? 2 damage for 2 mana. Probably going to end up taking that over the Snubhorn. Now, you can get some crazy decks in this format, of course, but that is not normally going to be the case. Usually you're going to be just trying to draft a good curve with some solid removal, you know? Could take Keldon Overseer, probably not though. Infantry's fine, just a filler 3-drop that gives you a little bit of value when it dies. A couple of okay white cards. I think I'm going to take the Terrarium here. It's a little bit of fixing and a little bit of value later. Has some synergy if you can pick up some random artifact cards or whatever, but remember, you're just playing cards for the most part as their face-up text. Pretty hard not to play a Swords to Plowshares. Would have been cool if I opened, and I don't know if it's possible or not, Approach of the Second Sons in this format. What is Arms Race? You may put in... Oh, just bad sneak attack, right? Good blue pack, though. Essence Scatter, Cancel, Convolute. I generally take Essence Scatter over Cancel first. Although if I already had a Scatter, I'd take Cancel. Just it's cheaper, and it's only a single pip, so... Oh, this is a good start. Kind of creepy art on the Wandering Mind. Okay, and this is just, again, another solid pack for some blue cards, right? 6 mana, 4/4 flyer that scries 2. That's just good by itself. Passing a Tranquil Cove, obviously that would look pretty good. Yeah, Quicksilver Fisher's okay. 4-power flyer for 5 is always going to be decent. Well, I wonder. I guess the Fisher might be a little bit better than the Scholar. I'm paying 1 extra mana for 1 extra toughness. The Looting and Scry are pretty comparable. This is double blue, which is a little bit of a downside, but I guess the 5 mana over 6 makes sense. What are we wheeling out of this pack? The Polywog Symbiote, so that's a Mutate synergy card, right? So it's going to be basically a 2 mana 1/3 in your deck. Catalyst Elemental, Fire Elemental, those are both filler. We could take Bookcase. It's not like bad. Especially since I have quite a few flyers right now, we can just like gum up the ground. I would guess that this probably doesn't make the final cut of the deck, but you never know. Okay, Flow of Knowledge. I didn't note this initially, but it is good if you play a bunch of islands. Draw a card for each island you control, then discard 2. I guess maybe Scholar of Stars is better. ETB, if you control an artifact, draw a card. Okay. I have 2 artifacts already. I would probably need to pick up 5 or 6 artifacts to run this card. Because if you're playing this as, what, a 4 mana 3/2, that's really bad. 5 mana 2/5 hexproof can be strong. That is a scary homunculus, my god. 2/5 hexproof. Looks like he skips leg day, though. 5/2 for 4 with Spectacle. Kind of weak. Blossoming Sands probably has higher upside / potential. Metamorphosis can be an okay trick. Target artifact or creature becomes a 4/4 angel artifact and gains flying. Draw a card. So some kind of blue-red spells / flyers, maybe. Convolute came back. We can probably play that. Aha, we're opening an Imori. That's unfortunate. The 2 colors we're not considering playing. Yuck. What do we have here? Sky Skiff could be fine. Both the Parhelion Patrol and the Healer's Hawk are decent, but... I mean, I guess we could be blue-white. I don't really have any pull towards red, do I? Just Wandering Mind and Scorchmark? And if that's the case, I could even actually just take, like, the Umori if we wanted to, because we're not playing anything other than blue at the moment. I guess the Parhelion doesn't look that good in our deck. Okay, I'm just going to take the Healer's Hawk here. Goblin Smuggler's alright. Plundering's like okay, it does make a treasure. I'm okay to just take a 1/1 flying lifelink for 1. Ooh. Dreamcaller Siren, that's nice. 4 mana 3/3 flying flash, but it can block only creatures with flying, notably. But when it enters the battlefield, if you control another pirate, you tap up to 2 target non-land permanents. My pirate count is 0, but it's a 4 mana 3/3 flying flash. Skull of the Ages is pretty solid. There's a Boreal Elemental here. Another Goblin Smuggler, actually. More flying stuff? We could. Trusted Pegasus, 3 mana 2/2 flyer that gives another creature flying when it attacks. Or we can take Thirst for Meaning or Negate. Don't think I need to take the Enforcer Griffin right now, but that's also not a bad one. I mean, if all of my other creatures have flying already, then the Pegasus is kind of just going to be like a Windrake, a 3 mana 2/2 flyer. Which wouldn't be bad necessarily. Maybe I'd rather just have Thirst, though. Draw 3, then discard 2, unless you discard an enchantment. So draw 3, discard 2. That seems a little bit weak. Yeah, I think Pegasus is probably best. Bloodchief's Thirst, yowza. Welding Sparks here, too. Okay. Well, Thirst is easy the best card in the pack, but I guess we're not going to be doing that. This is the lockdown one. I always think this card has flying, but just taps a creature or it potentially locks down a creature for a turn. It's okay. I think I'll just take the Welding Sparks here. Tiger Tribe Hunter. I don't remember what this does. If you attacked with creatures with total power 6 or greater, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, it deals damage equal to sacrifice creature's power to target creature. That's not terrible. Valor Singer's alright. Let's see, Locks and Restore is actually pretty good. 3/4 Convoke, gain 4. There's a Prism here we could take. Oh, I kind of like taking the Prism. Some more artifact fix synergy and then fixing. Who knows? We might play that Scholar of Stars. I think we're still just leaning towards red, blue, splash, white. Whenever it is dealt damage, you make a 3/3. Quite a few energy cards in this pack. That's funny. Look at that. Oh wait, Marauder's not an energy card, but Poisoner's an energy card, Theorist is an energy card. What is this? 3 mana 2/2 Venture. Rummager, Scryer, or Hatchling. I kind of dig taking the Theorist for some early blocking on the ground, plus 3 Scries. Incendiary Flow and a Hypothesizzle now. Very good pack. Wow. Do I want the cheap 3 damage exile, or do I want the 5 mana 4 damage instant with a little bit of card draw selection? So you have to discard a non-land card, though, for this to deal damage. So I think I'm just going to take the flow here. Watcher in the Mist is great. 5 mana 3/4 Surveil 2, sure. Just some nice flyers at our top end. Seems very good. Are we going to need to run this Metamorphosis? Maybe not. Guild Summit, that's a no. We could take the Sky Skiff now for another random flyer. Kind of. So equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has whenever this attacks, you may sacrifice the dagger. When you do, it deals 1 damage to any target. Probably not bad with flyers, but we'd rather just have Skiff. That's 4 artifacts now. Two-one with a 6 mana activated ability, or another flyer. Or Scholar? 7 mana is really steep, but the ability is strong enough to take. Thirst or negate. Still don't have any enchantments, right? So draw 3, discard 2? Sure. Okay, the tapper. And last few picks here probably don't matter, but this is only the end of pack 2, so a full pack 3 to give us more stuff. Kind of good. 7 mana 3/3 ETB, return 2 instant or sorceries. Okay. Well, that makes the Rummaging Goblin a little bit better too. Rem Carolus. Do we want to splash this? 2/3 flying haste. If a spell would deal damage to you or another permanent you control, prevent it. If a spell would deal damage to an opponent or permanent opponent controls, it deals 1+. Well, what do we have in the pack otherwise? There's a 2/2 flying prowess for 3. That's great. There's a Sailor of Means. That's just solid. There's a Scorching Dragonfire. That's pretty good. Oh, Travel Preps is in this. Yeah, I think I just take the burn spell here. We should wheel something. I mean, I don't know if the Mistral Singer will wheel, but Naga Oracle is okay. Sailor. Sea Red, maybe. Fateful Absence. That is another one probably worth splashing for. Oh, the Tome's really good, too. Oh, the Tome's got to be a lot better. Never mind. This is just way too much card advantage. Plus value. So 5 mana initially to just draw 1 card, but then it taps down on the following mode, but then you can start drawing again. Like that. This invasion's bad, right? Yeah, bad. Maybe the Festival Crasher, a 1/3 that can gain a little bit of a buff anytime you cast an instant or sorcery. It's not bad as a tricky creature. I'm okay with that. Alright, what are we cutting right now? I don't need the Convolute or the Metamorphosis, most likely. The Bookcase doesn't look like it's going to be necessary here. Sky Skip is a maybe. Goblin is a maybe. Scion is a maybe. There's another fixing land for swords. Another really strong pack, actually. Wow. Hornswoggle's great. Beat of Resistance great. Riverwinder's great. Hoggy Mob. Skittering Surveyor. Alpine Meadow. Sheesh. Ooh, this is a tough pick. Too many good cards. Gosh, I really want the Hornswoggle. But Skittering Surveyor seems like the right pick. Oh, there's another fun one. Hypnotic Sprite. 2 mana, 2/1 flyer, or you can pay it for a counter. This deck looks pretty good. Pretty darn solid, I think. The Scholar's close, but not good enough. We have 5 artifacts or something right now. Spell Satchel, that's another really fun one I like. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, you put a book counter on it, and then it gets some value later, but doesn't look like it makes too much sense here. Another 2/2 flyer that gives more creatures flying. You can just tell how many of this type of card has been printed in Magic now. Enters the battlefield, deals 1 damage to enchanted creature. Enchanted creatures plays 3 in a trample. I don't think that would be bad on a lot of our flyers and whatnot, but... Invasion of the Giants. Do we have any Giants? No. Probably not worth it. We have a Keldon Strike team here, which, with the white splash, that's not crazy. Or we can just take, like, the Shimmer Scale Drake. It cycles. It's a 3/4 flyer. We're gonna just take that. Oh, nice. Shore up 2. Little way to protect our creatures. So Sailor Wield, Oracle Wield. I guess when we have this many 5-drops, going from 3 to 4 seems good. Plus it's a nice ground blocker to buy us time while our air creatures win it. I don't think we want this aerial guide. This is, again, just kind of like a Windrake in our deck. Stroke Wield, but so did the Kenra Scrapper. I didn't know that, note this initially, but this is a really good pressure creature. I don't think we want any of these. Maybe we can splash Impeccable Timing too. I don't know. Probably not. Hornswoggle Wield, but we just take the Fixer. We have enough playables already, so now we have 2 red-white Fixers for the swords. And then we also have Skittering Surveyor, Prophetic Prism, Terrarium. I probably don't even need that much fixing, huh? I think we probably cut the Prism here. And just run the Terrarium. Though, man, do I even want to run 1 Plains in this deck? Not really. I guess I don't need that much red, though. What's better, Terrarium or Prism? I guess we'd rather have the card that gets a land than the card that just filters, even though it draws a card. Plus we get some value by having a 1/1 counter later on. Okay, seems good to me. We're gonna go like 9 islands minimum. We don't need many mountains. They want to go 9, 5, 1. That could be good. Yeah, I'm down with that. Nice little deck here for the Magic 30 mixed up draft. Let's go to round 1. No blue in our opening hand, because Arena, what are you doing to me? That hand's pretty good. Might not look at it, or look like it's that great at initial glance, but we have Terrarium to go grab a white source if we want to. Tome on turn 3 can help start getting some cards back. I just have to decide if I want to pitch the Chillbringer or the Watcher in the Mist here. I think we'd rather have the 3/4 than the 3/3 tap down. And we're just going to grab Plains. We don't have any red cards in our hand right now. And we don't have any double red, so would rather just make sure we get the white source. 4 swords. Nice. Really good for us that the opponent doesn't have any early pressure either. Jund. Hey, boo. They see my secrets. Unlucky. I think we main phase draw here because we have 2 of those tap lands. Undercity Scrounger. You know what? I'll go ahead and counter that. Just use my mana up efficiently. Rip punished. Oh, I should have tapped their Power Stone on upkeep. Not that it matters here. Yeah, need to draw cards, so let's flip it. Wow. Kind of getting pretty unlucky right now. So 4 damage, 2 poison. Mind Rot. Okay, we can discard the Scrapper pretty easy. And... I guess I don't need the Wandering Mind. I mean, we're not in bad shape, but these draws have been kind of awkward for sure. Epitaph Golem, okay. That's funny, they're actually getting utility off of the Power Stone. This is pretty absurd that I cannot find my right lands. You know what I'm going to do here? I'm actually just going to draw again. Finally. And then put a counter on my Sailor so that it can block the Nimraiser Paladin. Still get to hold up Shore Up, which they do know about, but... just need to start making these land drops. Okay. Pick 3, no big deal. Whenever a land enters, it pings me for 1. That's fine. Alright. Watcher Surveil 2. Theorist away, and I guess we don't need 3 damage. They have too many big butts. So we're not going to tap down this turn. Because we want to be able to hold open the shore. I mean, I guess if they're giving me the option, I'll go ahead and double block like this. Pump Spell's gonna suck here. I'm too far behind to play greedy and just go bounce bounce, so if they have it, they have it. Target player exiles a creature they control. That gets me. Wow. I guess I also just have to go for this then. And if they have another instant speed trick, then they get me good, but... sure. Good beats. Yeah, just unfortunate. We got mana screwed, and so we were too far behind. Feels like if we hit just a couple lands earlier, that should be a really easy game. Oh well. I mean, I think I also made a mistake maybe scattering their 1/4. That was pretty irrelevant, but... presumably I needed to use my mana efficiently. Bad. You know, I was just thinking about that loss there. I could have cast the Shore Up in response to the Debt to the Kami, so that if they did have a trick again, like they did, I could have sacked the... oh, no, that doesn't matter. Never mind. Never mind. Back to just being unlucky. That's what happened. Turn to Celebrant. Whenever it dies, you make a blood token. Okay, that's fine. God, I hate just doing this, but again, I'm going to be slamming the tome next turn, so... gonna use my mana efficiently there. Welding Sparks will deal 4 damage now, since the tome is also an artifact. Carter! Okay. Let's just kill that off right now before they get to untap. Actually, the Scorch Mark will be really good on the Celebrant because it exiles. Nice, no plays. Alright, let's main phase draw. Okay, this game we're getting a little bit flooded, but the Scholar of the Ages looks really good here in a couple turns. I am A-okay with a 1-1. Do they have a way to sacrifice it for value? Dig up the body, they do. They have a casualty card. Wow. That's really good. Sheesh. Okay, that is extremely bad for me. Huh. Sick. You know what's even more sick? 9 lands right now. Hmm. Alright, they're gonna play out the 3/5. Land pass. Go Scholar here. Get back our Sparks and our Scatter. So if I go Surveyor first next turn, the Welding Sparks can deal 5 points of damage now. So both players getting a lot of value. Yep. So I have to attack next turn, right? Which actually is a little bit weird that they decided to attack with the 3/5 then. Unless they're going to kill my 3/3 right now. Huh. Maybe they're just trying to race me? That would make a lot of sense too, I guess. So 7, 8 mana. Let's go Surveyor. Land. Pass. Hold up both Sparks and Scatter. I think I care about killing the Carter more than the zombie ogre here, though. I don't know. I'm letting them venture with the zombie now. Okay, they're using the Maestro's Initiate in response. Interesting. Oh, I should... It was an attacking creature. Whoops. Totally forgot about the extra text on Carter. That's on me. Holy crap, come on. Shoot. I sure hope there's a spell on top of my library. Well, it is a spell. There are not many lands left in my deck, my god. Ay, 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 ay. So I should be at 7 here if I had played it correctly. That is worth noting. We've seen 13 of our lands in the top half of our deck. Admittedly, I have Surveyor and Terrarium for 2 of them, but still. Man, okay, we might be dead here. Are you kidding? Well, on the bright side, the 1 damage from the Carter didn't matter. I mean, what can you do? No, I didn't have a good time. Do you see how many lands I have here? Is this an 0-2 start? Holy crap. Okay. Well, that's magic, baby. Good old chaos. Back against the wall. 0-2 with what I think is a pretty solid deck. Okay, that's our best opening hand yet. For sure. All 3 colors, good interaction. Turn 1, 1/1 flyer from the opponent. I am okay with this. I am less okay with Pacification Array. That card is very strong. That's a good draw. 2 mana, tap an artifact or a creature. Just good. Just very good. Actually, I'm not going to scry on upkeep. We don't quite know what we want to draw yet. Target opponent discards a card. Okay, I'm fine discarding a land. And drawing another. Counter target spell with mana value 3 or less. That's fine. Vizier of Tumbling Sands, an untapper. 2 damage. Okay. And just systematically kill all of their stuff. So both Dragonfire and Scorchmark are instants. Flow we would have to use at sorcery speed. I don't think I need to blow up their Vizier there. I think what the plan is to take a 1 hit again from the fly, and then see if they play something that I can counter with Sprite. Do 2 flyer, good enough for me. And let's go ahead and scry again. Don't need that. I will go ahead and blow up their Vizier. Reason being is, with Pacification Array, it's actually pretty darn annoying. Right, once they start hitting more lands, they can untap the Pacification Array and double tap down. Pass. Alright. We don't have any proliferate or anything. Let's just try to find some more stuff. That's not good enough. That's really good. Let's go to combat. And then if they let me attack, we go tap. Or rather, attack and then Scorch, so they can't block. Doing okay here. Doing just okay. Combat. That's fine. Kenra, go. So either way you do the Kenra, it's going to be average of 4 damage, or sorry, 2 damage per turn. Ooh, Invasion of Amonkhet. That's gross. They do fill up my graveyard for more value. We just want to hit that 7th land then. It's good too. But it's better just to attack for 2 while you can, because then on maybe a final turn you can attack for 2 and then 4 for 6 damage over 2 turns, you know? Opponent's in quite the bind. Exile creature with mana value 3 or greater. Okay. Okay, good. I think we're supposed to just keep applying pressure. And if they want to hit the invasion for 2, I'm okay with that, I think. Oh, I didn't even notice. They milled a forest, so they're also missing a green card in their deck, huh? Or rather, they have a green card in their deck. None of these are randomly pirates, are they? No. That actually is a pirate. Their Tormentor's a pirate. Gust of Wind to bounce the Sprite. Wow. They need to hit a land there? No. We're not going to counter the amulet because we get to flash in our flyer. I think I'm supposed to just play the Sprite out. This puts lethal in the air, which means they might need to hold up the pacification array, which eats up a bunch of their mana. Okay, so they didn't use amulet to grab green. There we go. It's a good one. Little tap down nonsense. There's our land 7. So we can grab back the flow, which goes face. I don't know. I mean, they're going to need something pretty crazy this turn. I wonder if that forest was their one green source. Okay, kill a creature, gain 3. We're still dead on board here, right? No, I guess they can tap down the who's a what's it. So they tap this down, they block here, they take 5. No, they're dead. We scorch this. Shoot face. And attack with everything. All right. Woo! Saved from the bottom of the barrel. Saved from that 0-3. We are at 1 win. Game number 4. Once again, nice looking hand. Yes, these are the hands I want to get every time. Hello. Fan Bear. What is with all of these tippity-tappities everybody has? I've got a tippity-tappity. All of my opponents have tippity-tappities. That is a lot of freaking land. What in the world? I'm a little bit concerned maybe they have a counter here if they didn't tap down. I think I just have to pass. I can't run Mysterious Tome into a counter when we're kind of this far behind. Well, rather this many lands in my hand. Okay, I'll go for Scorch at end of turn and see what they do. Wish I had not now. Yeah, I'm fine still just chilling out. Again, I cannot let this tome get countered. This is really annoying. It's a good draw. Alright, so they're going to short circuit it and still hold up a counter. Now I'm debating if I want to run out the tome. Let's run out the Watcher. I think the Watcher is worse than the Mysterious Tome. Yep. Oh, it's a counter target creature spell, though. Okay, so I may have been getting punished here by not running out the tome earlier. I don't think my play was wrong. I think it was easy to tell they had a counter. But we just didn't know what type of counter they had. So that's good. I mean, they could have another counter, of course, but now we're going to run out the tome for sure. 3/3 flyer, gain 3. Okay. We're just going to take the hit. We want to get drawing cards with our tome and starting the value train going off. Not bad. Not bad. Let's go for flow on their Aven and see what they do. If it resolves, great. We pass. Two flyer that when it dies, oh, sorry, 2/2 that when it dies draws a card. Into a guard mage. Wow, nice. Keep drawing. Yeah, this is where the tome is just gonna bury them in card advantage, it feels like. Ooh, Limousine. Yikes, that card's very good. Ugh. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and Scorch there. Well, no, I have the Crasher. It doesn't matter to Scorch there. 2/2. Why are they crewing here? Oh my gosh, this is the biggest blowout in the history of blowouts. We get rid of their limousine, we get back our Drake, and now their Kabira takedown does not kill my 3-3. That just ended the game, basically. They're at 22 life, sure, but that... Wow. That was absolutely insane. Oh my god. Hey! Stop! Thank you. Oh, what do they have now? Destroy target attacking creature. You got me. Swords. Well, I guess we'll take the instant. I'm okay taking 5 here. We can actually turn our Festival Crasher back online for a small turn by casting a bunch of these instants and sorceries if we want to. Probably better to make the Scholar a 4/4 so that it can block the Paladin if we want at some point. Okay, anticipate. Coastal Bulwark. Now I'm really glad we made the Scholar a 4/4. Nice draw. Nice draw. Is this lethal? This is lethal if we go for it. Good game. There we go. Ah, when the deck does the thing, it does the thing pretty darn well. Sure, I had fun that time. 2-2. 50% gamer right here. Can I improve upon that? All right, let's go to game 5. Back to these type of hands, but this one's actually pretty solid. For not having one of our main colors, that is to say. Sailor of Means can unlock the red. Hypnotic Sprite for some more early interaction. This might actually be a game, and I think it is probably, that we just want to play the Sprite on turn 2. Turn 2, 2/1 flyer can push a ton of damage. Turn 1, 1/1 haste. You got it. Maybe not versus the red deck, but we'll see. Sailor of Means. What does it mean? Three, 2 with haste, okay. So they're on red-green beats, I guess. Pretty fantastic draw. We get to attack for 2 in the air and just pass, holding up the burn if we really need to, but ideally just flashing out our flyer. And we have a pirate! Out muscle. Ah, this is too good to do. It's a blowout. We keep our Sailor of Means alive. We blow up the Berserker. This is fine, though. Trust me, this is fine. This is funny. We get to tap down both of those. And if we draw a red source... If we just draw a 5th land, it's going to be really hard to lose, but a mountain next turn would be the nuts. Beautiful. Because now we just go Chillbringer, turn off the Atrocity, hit you for 6. Okay. So they get to punch my... Well, they should punch the Chillbringer. Yeah. Punch the Chillbringer, draw a card. That's pretty good. Oh, wait, does this not draw a card? Oh, this just fights. Never mind. A little bit surprised they attacked with their... Well, I guess no, never mind. Would they really chump that Sailor of Means? It's only 1 extra damage. Primal Command! Whoa! Now there's a cool open. I did open Swords, but... Into a Lindworm! They are coming back. Oh, not with this attack. Now they're dead. That was a greedy attack. Wow. They were actually kind of in a place... No, I guess attacking for 5 in the air was still gonna get them, but... Phew! Another very fun game. Obviously, if you win, it's fun, right? Okay. 1 more win is the big win number to get to 4 wins. I guess getting the jump from 250 to 1,000 gems is the best of the jumps, but 1,000 to 1,400 is still pretty darn good. Alright, game number 6. Ooh, we're playing against a Lurrus deck. That is terrifying. Lurrus has got to be one of the better cards you can open in this kind of format. So all of their permanents are going to cost 2 or less, which means they might be coming out of the gates pretty quickly. I do have 2 5-drops here, but... Now, good news is I have a lot of burn, and quite a few of my burn sources exile. Black, red, Lurrus. Siege Zombie, the start. Yeah, that's a good one. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control. Each opponent loses 1 life. That was one of the more annoying creatures in its limited format. Good ol' Innistrad. It's a good draw. I think here we're going to just play out the island instead of holding open swords. Because we know our opponents on Lurrus, the Hypnotic Sprite's going to just be amazing versus them. And even if they just go Lurrus to hand pass, that's fine, since they don't have a good attack into my Festival Crasher anyways. Not even putting the Lurrus in hand. Okay. Brimstone Volley. I will counter that. My 1/3 is actively bricking them, so... Death Sprout, okay. I take 5 here because the Perforator will ping me for 1 when it attacks. Let's go with Fissure, since it blocks just as well as Chillbringer, and we want to loot away one of these lands. This looks like return Luris. Okay, and we found our sword's target. Money. That's pretty good too, but I think I'm okay just to... Well, let's go like this. Let's Chillbringer to the Perforator. They'll ping me for 1 in response. Swords the Luris, smack for 4. I would say we are in pretty firm control now. We have another flyer in Sprite. We have a removal spell for either of their creatures. What does this one do? Sack another creature, you put a 1/1 counter on it. Alright, just lots of 2/2s. Would have liked to have drawn a spell there. I don't think sitting back with both is right, but I think leaving back one of my 3/3s is right. So I can't Scorch Mark anything here because of the Hobble Fiend, so need to bide my time a teeny bit. Yeah, see, this is why I wish I had used Scorch Mark on the Luris, because then with swords in my hand, I'd just be able to do anything. The Scorch Mark's actually pretty awkward right now versus Hobble. Alright, here we go. Oh, this thing has trample? Oh, maybe I should have done the other way. Whoops. Kind of forgot that Hobble Fiend had trample. Was just reading into the last ability. Omen of the Dead! Oh, gross. Okay. Well, we need to kill the siege zombie then, and now we need to play a little bit conservatively. The Windscarred Crag wasn't a bad draw because it gains life. If we're gonna draw a land, that's the only land we want to draw. Double top? Ah. Well, in theory, that means their scry was unused, but also probably can't win. Certainly have drawn a lot of lands, that's for sure. Yeah, pretty good. So, I have to chump the Null Hunter here. Do I? No, I can go to 1. Lock the Perforator. Oh, no, I do have to chump. Right, because the ping. Unlucky, I think. Unlucky. I wonder if that game is different if I make the correct block. Or what can I can also I can put the 3/3 on the 2/1 trampler And if they sack, burn it in response, and they would need to sack 2 more, I would have 1 more life. I mean, I messed up that game. Well, good beats. I mean, I think my draws were a little bit unfortunate too in a lot of those losses, but that's inexcusable for just making mistakes. I think this deck was good. We had some mana issues. The play wasn't super tight, so GG's. That is some Magic mixed up draft. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back tomorrow. Bye-bye.